Alright, so I've got a problem, a too many battery problem. So I posted about these a couple of weeks ago, about how this one back over here has a bad cell on it, but the rest of these are still pretty good, so I was thinking about holding on for them for some other purpose. I installed this one. This is a lithium phosphate, and I got this one as a backup. And this one's performing so well that I don't think I need this backup right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a sort of auxiliary solar shed. So I'm going to have some extra solar panels too from another project I'm working on. So back over here, I put down my little gravel pad, and I'm going to build a timber frame. Well, it's going to be two things. It's going to be a solar shed and a firewood storage over here on this pad. Okay, so here is my compacted gravel foundation. It's about 8 feet by 7 feet, and the solar shed's gonna be just slightly smaller than that. All right, so first off, we put my the sill plates down. These are gonna be treated 4x4s. Plan is to cut little lap joints on those ones. And next we'll do our posts. These will be more 4x4s. Cut 10th on the ends of these, and then assemble them with a tie beam, so I'll have 3 bents. Here's my knee braces. So to do like I'm doing like a hybrid timber frame approach. So these I'm just going to put in with structural screws versus cutting mortise and tenons for all of those. So next off, we're gonna have the plate beam. So plate beam will be a composite. Let's see if I can do this. All right, so I'm going to attempt to build a plate beam out of 4x4. So I'm going to end up with essentially it's going to be a 4x8, but I'm going to use these 8-foot 4x4s to assemble it. And we'll see if it works. So after we do the plate beam, so this half of the shed will be for firewood storage. This half will be where the batteries are stored. So I'm going to I want to make that sure that's insulated. So I'm going to build a little roof structure or ceiling structure. This will just be, I think, 1/4 inch plywood up here. And I'm just going to use some 2x6s. I've got some rock wool from leftover from a previous project that is made for the 2x6 cavity. So I'll use that up here. So I'll do that before I put my rafters on. It's a whole lot easier to build this without the rafters on. Then I'm just going to use more 4x4s here for my rafters. And then put a couple purlins. These will just be 2x4s. And the roof, I'm just going to use corrugated metal and just fasten it to the purlins. Next off, I will frame the walls of the where the battery is going to be stored. Just 2x4s. I'm going to put them on 16-inch centers, even though it's not necessarily structural wise, but installation I've got is made for 16-inch stud bays. Then over here where the firewood storage is, I'm just going to install some girts. These I'll just use little metal brackets to fasten them to the post. The cladding, over on this side I'm going to use T111 panels. Then over here I'm just going to use fencing because I want little air gaps in here just to let promote more airflow where the firewood will be stored. And then I'll put insulate in these stud bays, and then insulate up here. The door I'll just assemble like I have before out of a couple pieces of plywood sandwiched with a piece of styrofoam insulation sandwiched inside. Then coming up here, the plan is we're going to mount solar panels on them, but I want them to face opposite direction from where the roof is facing right now. So what I'm going to do is we're going to build this little panel support structure up here. This will be 4x4s attached to this plate beam, or I could actually connect the 2 plate beams with some bracing on there. And then we'll build a little structure with some, these are channel struts. And that's what we'll fasten the solar modules to. And they'll be the modules. So the idea with this plan, I don't have it here, but I'm going to get some linear actuators and try to make this to where it will pivot up. So I'll hinge it over here on the left side and then make it to where linear actuators can adjust the angle of the solar panels. Alright, that's it. We'll see how it works.